Don't forget to drink water and mind your business. Y'all be forgetting the mind your business part. Don't forget to drink water and mind your business. Y'all be forgetting the mind your business part. And sometimes y'all be forgetting to drink water part. I'm guilty too. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It is your cosmic cousin bringing you vibes and divinity. So if you don't know, my name is Juju, formerly known as Juju O. Well, also known, not formerly known, also known as Juju O. And today, first of all, it's been a minute since we sat down and chatted. Sister, cousin, come on in the room, sit down, have a seat. Happy New Year to you guys. It is officially 2026. Today is January 10th. Don't quote me on when I will have this uploaded, but I'm going to try to, we're not trying nothing in 2026. We are stepping. Okay, let's start there. I'm going to be making more content in 2026, vlogs, sit down videos, and other things. If you have not tapped into my Waves of Wisdom podcast, make sure you guys go check that out as well. I'm having a brain fart and I'm just now getting started with this thing, so bear with me as I skim through my notes. Okay, so yeah, I started a new segment called the Waves of Wisdom podcast, where I just react to different TikTok videos and other content and give my little tidbit, my little waves of wisdom on whatever the situation is, whatever the video is about. I definitely recommend you guys go check that out and leave me some feedback. Let me know if that is something that you guys are interested in me continuing. So this video is the beginning to a new segment that I am doing for 2026. This is the Conscious Creation Diaries. Yes. And this is pretty much a segment that I'll be doing monthly on this channel, pretty much to document my diary, my experience on creating a conscious life that I dream of. This for me is luxury intentionally created. It's giving soft life, strong intentions, because it's time. As me about to be 31 this year, I am done playing small, okay? And I've been done playing small for a few years, but what me being done playing small last year looked like was different than what it looked like the year before that and the year before that. And it's different now. You feel what I'm saying? So this is elevation. So I hope you guys like this segment, and feel free to join me on this journey as well, or just watch the journey if that's something that you're interested in. Or just watch the journey if that's something that you're interested in. So when it comes to me consciously creating the life of my dreams, the lifestyle of my dreams, there's already different shifts and changes that I have been making that I'm going to continue to implement in 2026, because it's not about new year, new me. It's simply just a level up every single year, every single time. It's about investing in the version of me that deserves care, that deserves luxury, that deserves wealth, because this is a journey to building generational wealth. Yes, we're going to get into things that I have been investing in and things that I'm going to continue to invest in and invest in the future, hopefully in 2026, if we can make it to that place, right? That is part of me crafting and manifesting my dream luxury lifestyle. So first we're going to start out with skincare. And I actually skipped a step in my skincare routine this morning, okay? But I did get up and I used my vitamin C gel facial cleanser by Eve Hansen. That is what I've been using lately. I also really love Medicube products. I love Korean skincare, period, okay? But this gel vitamin C facial cleanser has really been a one-stop shop for me. It's gotten rid of my dark marks. And when it comes to skincare, listen, you have to invest in your skincare. I'm not saying that you have to buy the top of the top brands, the top of the top products. Drugstore products work perfectly fine. Yes, they do. Or go on Amazon, because you know Amazon has everything. You don't have to go to the drugstore, but you can still find affordable skincare that is going to make a difference in your look. And the thing that we need to understand about skincare is it's not about perfection. It's literally about consistency, and that's something that I am going to be working on in 2026, because I can't lie, not every day am I using my top-notch skincare. Not every day am I moisturizing my face, and that's the part in my skincare routine this morning that I actually did miss, is moisturizing my face. And I have oily skin, and I did go ahead and do my makeup just a little tiny bit, and that's another thing. We'll get into that soon. But yeah, I feel my face is kind of dry right now. And actually, when you do have oily skin, if you skip moisturizing your skin, later on throughout the day, you'll actually realize that your skin is producing a lot more oils than it needs to. So it's actually counterproductive to not moisturize your face, especially if you have oily skin. That's a tidbit that I actually learned on my skincare journey. So I probably should have moisturized my face before I put on my makeup, but it's okay. But yeah, you guys, take time to wash your face in the morning, take time to wash your face at night, and you will definitely see a difference. It's going to make you feel brighter, it's going to make you look brighter, it's going to make you look younger, it's going to make you feel younger, because when you look good, you feel good. And when you consistently do things to invest in your self-care and just taking care of yourself and just spending that time with yourself, it actually does start to make positive shifts and changes in your mindset and in your mood. The next thing that I am going to continue to invest in, and I actually am doing that currently, is waking up early. It is currently 8:13 a.m. It is Saturday morning. Everybody else is asleep, but that's because it was Friday night and we were all up. The baby also was up, and once I put the baby to sleep, I stayed up. I got done what I needed to get done. Again, my nighttime routine, and then I got straight to doing my hair and my makeup so that I can get ready to do this video, because I knew that I wanted to start this segment. I knew that this is the year that I want to start making more sit-down YouTube videos, and if I want to be able to do that without you guys hearing my children yelling in the background, I'm going to have to be up when everybody else is sleeping. And you will frequently hear that. There's like a saying, it's a mind frame, a mindset that a lot of successful people will tell you, like during seminars and motivational speakings and teachings, that in order for you to have the lifestyle that nobody else is really crafting, you have to be willing to do the things that nobody else is really willing to do. So yeah, getting up in the morning, getting up early. The early bird catches the worm, y'all. Whether it is going to the gym, whether it is studying, whether it is getting your work day done. If you have time and freedom to do, you know, craft your own work day, do that when everybody else is sleeping, and that way you have the rest of your day to yourself. But you still do want to invest in time management, and that's the next thing, time management. Now, once I'm done doing all of this, I am going to go ahead and batch my content. Hopefully the kids will still be asleep. I may have to take a pause, a break, and feed the baby, but I am definitely going to make sure that I stay up and batch some content for my TikTok, both of my TikTok accounts. That way I will have content for the week, and that's actually going to help me lessen my workload during the week. so that I can take time to be focused on other things. So time management is really, really important during my level up journey, because the discipline in time is really something that I need to work on. And I am definitely going to be being intentional with those things. The next thing that I am going to continue to invest in for myself in my level up journey is press-on nails. So these are press-ons. These are by a vendor on TikTok shop called Nila Oko. I love these ones, but y'all, until they give me a brand deal, listen, I'm a shameless plug it, but I'm not going to say the names of the brands. But She&T, I'm not opposed to using She&T press-on nails as well. They got nails on there for $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, $6. They're not as good quality as these. These are actually gel nails, so they're hard. They're not plastic, and you have to put in your size, small, medium, or large, depending on how big or small your nail bed is. And then they literally only give you 10 nails, like enough nails to fit every nail that you have. And yeah, but other nails that you can get from like different retailers, they'll give you like 24 nails, 40 nails, and you will have to go through and actually size your nail bed and see which ones fit your size. The downside to that is that you'll have all these extra nails that don't fit your nails and you can never use them. But I just feel like, you know, I definitely have seen a difference in it leveling up my look and my confidence. I have beautiful, beautiful, beautiful natural nail beds, and I have never been opposed to just wearing my natural nails. And I do not like going and getting my nails done. I was not blessed to have found a quote-unquote nail guru, my nail girl. You know, every person that I went to, I'm not gonna say I had a bad experience, but it wasn't a good experience. It wasn't the best experience. And if I'm going to be paying you money for services, I need top notch. I need a quality experience. Even if you're just beginning, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody is not going to start off being the best at the best of the best. But if the quality is not there, or vice versa, if the quality is there but you're rude, you're mean, you think that, you know what I'm saying, I need you just because you're good at what you do, baby, no. So I'm so glad that I started investing in buying some press-on nails, and that is another form of self-care. That is actually self-care for me, to just sit down and take that time, get me some water, okay, get you a glass of wine, watch you some videos, watch you a movie. Just take that time out with yourself, for yourself, and do your nails. And another thing, I don't have it with me right now, but I even invested in I did a brand deal with Flawless Beauty, and they sent me over this nail kit, so I use that as well. And I've been seeing a lot of girlies, okay, doing their own DIY nails, and they actually do their own, like, from the bone. I'm talking about, they're not going out and buying press-ons that are already made. They are investing in doing their own nail art and things like that, and I love that for the girls, okay? And maybe one day I'll get there, but for now, as a busy mom of 3, child, y'all go ahead and keep making them press-ons for your girl, and I'll keep buying them. But yeah, these were $19.99, free shipping. And do you see the charms and everything? And like I said, we ain't seen these prices since 2008, baby. Like I said, I'm 31 years old this year, so I know about those 2008 prices. I was in middle school and I was barely getting my nails done back then, but we were able to go get a full set for $20. You weren't even getting charms and stuff back then though. Okay, it was the bare minimum, basic full set. You might be able to get you a French tip, but we ain't seen those prices in a long time. So you honestly can't beat this. The price, the quality, and like I said, She&T, you can get nails just as good as this. They may be plastic. The charms may, you know, fall off once or twice, but child, they got some very, very cute sets on there. And yeah, you ain't gotta worry about a thing. It's a small upgrade that reminds me that I still get to invest in myself and be pretty and feel feminine without dropping a whole bag or spending a whole day to do so. The next thing that I'm actually going to start investing in 2026 is therapy. Yes. So this is something that I've been talking about since 2025. If you guys know me, I'm on my spiritual journey. My entire life has been a spiritual journey, okay? Child of God over here. And I'm no longer religious, so that's why I call it a spiritual journey. And my spiritual journey has really been about personal growth and personal development. Like, they go hand in hand. They go hand in hand, because once I really locked in on my spiritual journey, shoo, everything else started to go up. I'm seeing how everything is starting to align in divine time. But I'm really realizing that healing isn't something that you graduate from. And I've been knowing this, that healing is not a destination. It's not a race. It is truly a journey. And I cannot do it all on my own. And even though I am a light worker, even though I do my shadow work, even though I am a healer, sometimes we just be needing support and people to talk to. I really realize I have a mirror, because I am in a relationship and because I am engaged, and we didn't do things the right way in terms of, I still think we did things the right way, but that's subjective. Everybody has their opinion, but child, this is my life and this is my channel, and so you can keep your opinion, baby. Okay, you're free to have it, but you can keep it. But yeah, I'm just saying, as far as getting married first and then having kids, like, so life has really been teaching me that, you know, I do lack, okay? Not to say that I didn't know that I lack. I know I'm human, but I have little mirrors and I have a big mirror. And, you know, life has really been teaching me that about the things about myself that I really do need to change and heal and level up on, right? And it's a lot different when you're a single person or when you're a person with no children, when you can really just take time to, you know, enjoy the journey and things like that. But I feel like, you know, therapy is for anybody and everybody. You can be single with no kids, you can be a single parent, you can be married. You know, healing is a journey, and it's your journey, and you're responsible for your own healing and for your own shadow work and for you being aware of yourself and accountable for yourself in life. So for me, therapy is really just about me learning how to regulate my emotions, communicate better, and talk to someone who gets paid to listen and give me feedback so that I can let go of trauma that is ready to be released once and for all, and stop carrying things that were never mine to hold. So yeah, in 2026, we're going to continue to work on our emotional hygiene, our spiritual hygiene, really maintaining the healing journey, the healing that we've already done, that I've already done by myself. And then also, you know, leveling up with my healing journey as well, leveling up with my revelations and my realizations. Sometimes you got to check in with yourself. Are the revelations and the realizations that I've had, are they accurate? You know, where can some tweaks and changes be made, you know, and really getting a professional outlook and a professional input on that. I definitely feel like that's going to take me to the next level. And also, I did talk about this just a little bit in a short that I did, premarital counseling as well, because as we are breaking generational curses and patterns, life has been lifing, okay, and things have come up that have really put pressure on our relationship to show us that we can't do it alone. Honestly, as individuals, we can't do it alone. We shouldn't do it alone. I mean, we can, but we shouldn't. And things definitely are more prone to being not as good as they can be if we were to have professional help. And so it's really about releasing ego and the need to control and the need to be right. And let's see what's really right and what's really wrong. So we will be doing that soon, and I'm excited, and my fiance is excited as well. We know that this is what is going to not only save our relationship but save ourselves and put us on the right track in terms of our healing and moving forward as individuals. So it's onward and upward for us. The next thing that I'm going to continue to invest in and be investing in 2026 is at-home workouts, which I need to get on it because I have been slacking. But yeah, I definitely am not opposed to at-home working out. As of right now, like I said, with my 3 boys here, there kind of is really restrictions in terms of everybody can't make it to the gym, right? And while that is something that I will do one day, because no matter what, I always, something in the back of my mind is just nudging me like, girl, you want to go to the gym so bad. You want to go to the gym. You want to go to the gym. And maybe it's just for the experience, just to get out of the house, like waking up being that gym girly. But I will get there one day, probably when my kids are older. But that doesn't mean that you can't pour into yourself, and that doesn't mean that you can't get things done. There are so many at-home workouts that you can look up online and do every single thing, every single exercise that can get done in the gym. So there's no excuses. Yes, you may have to invest in resistance bands or dumbbells. Right now, I've been using resistance bands. So I use this resistance band. It's a figure 8 resistance band by Keep, I think it's called. And that has really been working. I've been using that to get rid of my back fat and chow. Okay, because after this last baby, I gotta unbig my back, baby. And really just having, that goes hand in hand with my health, my healthy lifestyle in general. Like sugar, I'm definitely addicted to sugar. The parasites got me. I got them, y'all. I got them. You know what I'm saying? And listen, diabetes runs in my family. My dad had diabetes, so I gotta be careful. And I'm not even just worried about that. Like literally, I'm in the process of trying to unbig my back. But it's just like, as a mother of 3, I'm all about comfortability at this point in my life, and sometimes I fall to the wayside in terms of being disciplined. I'm like, listen, I want my Snickers. I want my Hershey with almonds. I want me some ice cream. You know what I'm saying? I've been yelling at these kids all day. I've been running around after these kids all day. I deserve. And I do. But is that instant gratification going to help me towards my long-term goal? I have to remember that. And in the moment, I don't be remembering that. So in 2026, I'm going to work on my discipline in terms of my health and my wealth, and working out at home. Even if I can't do it every single day, like I said, I'm working on waking up early before everybody else, so that'll give me some time to go ahead and do, even if I can do 15 minutes worth of a workout. Hey, you know what I'm saying? 15 minutes every day, or 15 minutes 3 days, 4 days out of the week. So it's all about, you know, having grace for yourself for where you are. Be honest with yourself for where you are. The responsibilities, everything. You got to take heed of what is happening in your life and where you are. And in terms of your mindset, in terms of physically, right? What's happening around you, what you're responsible for. And have grace for yourself. And make tweaks and changes where you can in order to be better. And another way that, you know, sometimes I'll get my exercise in is just taking a walk with my kids around the block. Let's go outside. We live in Texas, so, you know, we have had some nice days even during the winter months. And so, yeah, let's go outside, and they'll be riding their scooters or whatever the case is, and get the whole family and go walk around the neighborhood. That's my exercise for the day. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you have to assimilate. You have to incorporate and integrate, okay, what it is that you're trying to do into the lifestyle that you live. be honest with yourself instead of throwing your hands up and saying, oh, well, I can't do this and I can't do that, and looking at things from a negative standpoint in terms of what you can't do and just saying that you can't. So that means that I'm not supposed to be doing this at all, right? That's not true. So overall, 2026 is really just about putting my foot on the gas, and whether I'm accelerating or whether I'm just coasting, you know what I'm saying, I'm keeping my foot on the gas. I'm not taking my foot off the gas with things that I've been already doing in terms of my healing journey, investing in my emotional state, really working on my boundaries, which I feel like therapy will help me with, resting, saying no without explaining, even to myself, you know, because especially we have to learn on having boundaries with ourselves. And like I said, comfortability is everything for me right now. So I have to really be disciplined and tell myself that, you know, getting out of my comfort zone is the biggest thing for me right now. Another thing that I'm going to work on investing in 2026 is my fashions, and really getting out of my comfort zone with my fashion. Right now, you know, since I turned 30, I've already been wanting to upgrade my wardrobe. Then I had my baby, I've gained weight. So most of my clothes I can no longer fit. So I do plan on donating them. But a part of me has been hoarding them and keeping a hold of them because I'm just like, oh my gosh, this old version of me, I want it back. But at the same time, these are not even clothes that I even resonate with anymore. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of been like an emotional thing. And so once I do make these shifts and changes, it'll be an emotional release and literally a new beginning, a new phase, a new era, grown woman era. So I'm super excited for that. I actually just found this older lady on YouTube, and she went viral. Her and her friends were in Home Goods or Marshalls or something like that, and they were all dressed to the nines. Nothing too spectacular. I mean, they had their Chanel bags on, they had their Louis V, you know what I'm saying? They were very established, put together women. It's like it really put into perspective the fact that I need to start getting dressed. It doesn't matter if it's a special occasion, if you're just running errands, if you're going to the grocery store, put that shit on, okay? Because you don't want to leave up out of here and you didn't experience, or you didn't look the best that you could look because you were waiting for a time and a place to where when's the time and when's the place. You know what I'm saying? You have it in your closet, put it on. So that's another thing. And last year and this year, I would say, but really last year because we just started this year, I really have been investing in shapewear. And since I've become postpartum, shapewear has really been helping me out, okay? It's been helping your cousin out because, like I said, I'm trying to unbig my back. But as for now, we'll just give off the illusion that we have a small back, okay? That we have a small waist. But we're speaking it into existence. And again, we're doing the work so that we can get back to that space and that place, all right? But yeah, so shapewear, waist training, yes. So right now I use Sculpt Touch waist trainer, and then I have a few other waist trainers from TikTok shop that I have been using, and so far so good. Like I said, I'm really about my comfort right now, so I don't waist train as much as I should for as long as I should, especially because it be just too much going on. I'm breastfeeding and everything, and nobody wants to be holding the baby all the way up here because I got this waist trainer on, you know what I'm saying? So I do need to do better with that, but again, I'm giving myself grace. There's a thin line. You're running on a thin line, girlfriend. But yeah, so fashion and being put together, looking put together as you are putting on your fashions is very important. And to really polish the look, I have started my lock journey, okay? In September 2025, it made 1 year since I've been locked. Yes. And I absolutely have been loving the journey, and I dedicated an entire year to myself to not wear wigs. Yes, I'm proud of myself. because there has been a lot of trauma around my hair, and I've been seeing a lot of the girls in 2026 completely shaving their hair off, and I love that for them. I love that for y'all. If you're here watching and you are one of those girlies, I absolutely love that for y'all, and I'm sure that you look fabulous and spectacular. Now I have big chopped, I have never shaved my hair completely off, but I have big chopped at least 3 or 4 times before, and I've been natural for over 10 years. Yeah, because I've been, child, next year in 2027 it'll be 10 years that I've been in Texas. I moved to Texas when I was 22 years old, and next year I'll be 32. Mind blown. You know what I'm saying? So time is flying. Time is flying, y'all. That's going to bring me to my next thing that I'm going to be investing in 2026. But yeah, my hair journey has really been wow, a wild one. Okay, as somebody who grew up with a lot of hair, and literally I was like, I know there's a running joke that, oh yeah, my mom permed my hair when I was 6 years old and that's why I'm bald headed. No, literally my mom permed my hair a lot, and then she got married, she moved out, I felt abandoned. I literally was left to my own devices, or however you say it, and I started perming my own hair. I had to learn how to do my own hair, and that was bad. It was bad. Next thing you know, I'm getting made fun of because I'm bald head, small head. Next thing you know, my hair is never done, and my hair started falling out and my hair started thinning. But you see me back though, baby. You see me back. But no, it has literally been a journey, and the Black woman's hair is a very touchy subject. Our hair journeys, each and every one is different. So I'm sending you so much love depending on where you are in your journey, but lock it up. Lock it up. If you ain't gonna do nothing else, lock it up. I have absolutely been loving the journey, and like I said, I dedicated a whole entire year to not wearing wigs. Now after that year was up, I did start putting my wigs back on, but I'm no longer dependent on my wigs. And even, you know, the like 3 years, 4 years before I locked my hair, I was never really dependent on wigs. Like I have pictures of me, you know, wearing my natural hair out. I've always, not always, but these past few years I've been really being intentional on doing my hair and learning my hair and trying to put my all into loving my hair as it is naturally for C. And even then there was still something in the back of my mind that was like, well, why isn't it turning out like so-and-so's and this and that and that and that and that and that. So there was still a disconnect between me and my hair, but since I locked my hair, that disconnect is no longer there, baby. So this has been literally the best thing for me. I mean, even though I do need to learn some more lock styles, child, who ain't cute? What's not feminine? You know what I'm saying? So don't let society lie to you. Don't let people in your life lie to you. Girl, do what you want to do with your hair. Okay, do what makes you feel comfortable with your hair, but actually get to a spot where you actually do feel comfortable. You're not doing things out of shame and out of pain. Okay, bringing me to my next topic on what I am going to be working on in 2026, being intentional with finding friends, because I've been here for almost 10 years. And when I first moved here, the only reason why I moved here, well, yes, it was because I did just lose my grandma and my dad, and my life was falling apart. At the same time, it was coming together because I did meet the love of my life. And, you know, I was transitioning. I was in a transition period. I was healing from my old relationship, heartbreak. And, you know, being in my hometown, it just felt like time was up. You know what I'm saying? Time was up. I did have what I thought was a friend down here. What I thought was friends, who I thought were friends down here. I moved down here, and then fast forward, I ended up finding out that I don't have friends. You know what I'm saying? And go watch my Ways of Wisdom podcast about the friend filter. That'll pretty much tell you my journey around why I don't have friends. But I'm my friend, and for the past 5, 6, 7 years, I've been my friend. I've been my own friend. You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna say that I'm not here to point fingers or anything, because I am on my healing journey and I have healed from those situations, and I forgive, and I most of all forgive myself. You know what I'm saying? Because I was always that no new friends type of girl. I didn't want to be in this predicament, but here we are. And what I really been staying away from people for is because I don't want to project my pain and my trauma onto anybody else. But again, I'm really realizing that healing is a journey, not a race. It's not a destination. And so I am deserving of friendship, just as I'm deserving of love, just as you are deserving in your transition periods, you know. And so I'm never going to reach a peak height of awareness or a peak height of healing in my journey to where I'm like, okay, finally I can get a friend and we'll never have any problems and we'll never have any. No, that's just not feasible. That's not realistic. That's not true. That's not real. You know what I mean? That's why I'm very open and vulnerable about who I am and how I am in friendships, because I take relationships very seriously, and I keep saying this because I do. And it's just like, I'm at the point, especially now with me being 30, if we can't be honest and vulnerable and true and real with ourselves, I'm not here to be friends with people who want to be in a facade, who want to play charades, who are not, you know, who have their walls up with me. They want me to be vulnerable just so that they can get the intel, but I don't know anything about them. Like, this is not that. I'm all about sisterhood. I know how to be a friend, and I was never the perfect friend, but I know how to be a friend. You know what I'm saying? But I need somebody who also knows how to be a friend to me. That's just that on that. And if you ain't with that, then stay away from me. Yeah, because I'm ready to make vibes. I'm ready to be the vibe. I'm ready to experience the vibe. I'm ready to, you know, be outside. You know what I'm saying? And since me having children, that's been another thing, is me feeling worthy enough to have friends, because I remember the transition of like whenever I was like 22, 23, 21, and I was still childless. I had my first child at 22, I think 22 or 23. But like I was like, you know, kind of in the mid-range age of having kids. I had friends who had kids way before I had kids, you know what I'm saying? And I just remember still being outside and not calling them up, you know what I'm saying, because we're in different phases in our lives at this time. But then I also had friends and cousins and stuff like that, that when they had their baby, I would watch the baby, you know. I was there. I was supportive. I went to the baby shower. I didn't care that my friend was having a child. I'm still going to call you up. We still cool. I'm auntie now, you know what I'm saying? So I've always been that friend to include my other friends and know when I can, and know when it's safe to, and know when, you know, they're probably busy right now, whatever the case is, right? But when it comes to me, I need to get out of the thought that I'm not able to have fun, or that nobody should call me because I have all these responsibilities and stuff like that. Like, I'm 30 years old. So it's all about me finding friends who are actually on a similar journey as me. I'm not to say that I have anything against 30-year-olds and up, and people in my age range that are single or don't have kids or whatever the case is, but I'm more so trying to find people who are aligned with where I am on my journey and where I'm going on my journey. You know what I'm saying? So that you're not in the spirit of trying to sabotage me, or just in another space and in another place in life where we're not aligned. You know what I mean? So it's all about intentionality and being intentional and finding people who I'm in alignment with, because that's what's really going to make your journey less stressful. It's not about thinking that you're better or thinking anything like that. It's just about, are we in alignment? That's just it. That's just all. Yeah, so like I said, I'm not opposed to anybody else, but we just have to be cognitive of, like, there's certain things that I won't be able to do with you. There's certain things that I'm not going to relate to. There's certain times when it is cool to call me for that, or it ain't. You know what I mean? And vice versa. So yeah, but this year I am definitely trying to be outside. I'm definitely trying to put myself out there and put myself in spaces where I can meet like-minded individuals and people who will understand. Okay, people who will understand. And especially the fact that, you know, me and my fiance are out here in Texas and we don't have family, so we've never had a babysitter. Literally, we have not been on a solo date night in years, you know what I mean? And so these are things that people have to understand, and that it's like a disclaimer, you know what I mean? Like, that's my identity, that's who I am. That's because that's where I am in my journey. It's not that I want to be that, it's not that I want that to be the case, but that's where I am. So you either want to work with me, or, you know what I mean? So yeah, and just not feeling shame around where I am in my journey and what I have and what I don't have. Just finding people who align with that, finding people who won't look down on me because of that, won't make it a big deal that I can't get a babysitter, or that me and my fiance can't get a babysitter, or that when it comes to me, I'm fine leaving my kids with my fiance. But I'm saying, as far as like if it was like to be some type of double date night or something like that, like we're not outside like that, you know what I mean? And I really appreciate my fiance, because he really has been a godsend in terms of that. Like, because for him, he's an Aquarius, so he's outgoing, he has made friends, and you know, he'll go over to his friend's house and he'll do things with his friends, but for the most part he skips out on those things because he knows that I don't have the same experience. And that's not to say that I make him, or that I don't know what he goes through his mind. Like, I always tell him, if you want to go out and have fun, go ahead. But I kind of feel like he feels like, and he might not be wrong, he feels like I'll feel some type of way if that's like a consistent thing, because that's not been my experience, right? And you know, I do have another girl out here that I connect with and things like that, but like I said, I feel like there's been a disconnect because I'm in a different space in my life than where she is. And you know, truthfully and honestly, I don't know what it could be, but I am going to make the attempt to get outside more this year and do things, so that, you know, I can make more memories, and so that my fiance can do the same. But like, yeah, his friends already know, like, he ain't trying to leave Juju. he ain't trying to do all that because he's with the family, because that's just the dynamic right now. We're not outside, and for the longest time we were in a phase where we were really focusing on building anyway, and so we weren't really club people anyway. But I mean, it's okay to have fun every once in a while. It's okay, you know what I mean? And I feel like we're both at that phase where it's like, okay, it's been pretty monotonous, and it's not even necessarily that I do want to go outside and go clubbing and go do this and go rip and run. I really want to travel, you know what I'm saying? So that is really where my mind is taking me, where my goals are set on, traveling the world with my family. And I don't even necessarily just want to travel and leave my kids behind. I actually want to take them along with me, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm on, that's what we're on. And but yeah, this year I definitely want to build a village, more so than just friendships. I want to be intentional on building a village. I don't know how we're gonna get there. I don't know who's gonna come along. I don't know, God gonna do something. He gonna make something shake. Yeah, we do. Yeah, this is my 2026 glow up. This is my conscious creation to building the dream life, the luxury lifestyle that I crave and desire and deserve. And yeah, I hope that you guys follow along on the journey. If you are on a similar journey, drop below, what is it that you're going to consciously be creating? What shifts and changes are you making in your life to consciously create the lifestyle of your dreams? Because it's not about working louder, it's not about working harder, it's just about being more intentional, y'all. So I hope you guys like this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this segment. This is the first of many. And yeah, make sure you guys stay tuned. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.